r/AskReddit. What do you hate with passion? When I click the X on the mobile ad, and it takes me to the Play Store anyway. That and interactive ads that you can clear the first level in, but it pretends you can play the second. Game companies are evil, and I hate them. Or the Gamma Play demo features no actual app content. People who lack self-awareness. Lack of spatial awareness is the thing that drives me up the wall. I come from a family who will all just stop in the middle of an airport to open their bags, even if it's in the middle of a very busy walkway. And now more recently, my girlfriend will just start backing up, regardless of what is behind her, often bumping into other people. I always feel like I'm a guide when I'm with most people. With my family, I would always have to guide them to the side, so they aren't in people's way, and with my girlfriend, I have to constantly have my hand on her back, so that she doesn't just start backing up. You must love Walmart as much as I do. It's like one giant obstacle course in there. Are you talking about the ones that see a friend and have a 30-minute conversation at the entrance to a supermarket? Littering, especially motorists. It takes a special kind of scumbag to throw a coffee cup out a moving vehicle or to leave trash bags behind when you've camped somewhere without permission. I once spent an evening in DC. I was with a few friends, and we were walking near the Washington Monument when we noticed the entire grounds were covered in trash. There was a rally earlier that day, and clearly no one bothered to pick up, but me and my gang were just drunk enough that we were riled up, but not drunk enough to cause any damage. The happy medium was to angrily pick up trash, which I guess is the opposite of vandalism. I guess our impromptu cleanup encouraged others late night stumblers to join us, and an hour and a half later we had the entire grounds spotless. Felt good and it was fun, and oh, I ducking hate litter. People that don't take no for an answer. My mom had this happen to her recently. She gets invited to a lot of parties as someone inviting lots of friends over to buy stuff like essential oils or school books. A friend asked her over text if she could make it to one of these parties she was hosting. She learned that the time it started was very close to the time she takes me to volunteer at the library. She told her friend as such, and that she had all 3 of her children with her, so she couldn't make it. Her friend replied with, "Oh, that's alright, one of my friends is bringing her kids and they're around your kids' ages. Okay, see you there." She then asked my mom why she didn't come the next day. People that stand in incredibly inconvenient places in a hallway and then are just incredibly oblivious to it. Like people in stores who run into someone they know, so they stand in the aisle completely blocking everyone from passing them while they catch up. Years ago when I was in school, the parents would drop the kids off out front, and they'd form a sort of line with their cars as they waited. There was always this one parent who would park their car in the line and start chatting with anyone who would stop to talk to them. Most parents drop their kids off before heading to work, and so I have no doubts a lot of parents were late because of this dipshit. Unskippable ads or ads that have nothing to do with their product, just randomness to get your attention. You seriously think I'm going to buy your product now? I hate your company beyond measure and I will remember your stupidity for years to come. I get endless ads for beds and bras. I bought a bed 3 months ago, so I'm definitely not buying a new one for years. I'm also a man. Alexa knows your secret. Watery, overcooked, tasteless vegetables. They are sad. There's a reason why it's a common reality that kids don't like to eat vegetables. When you boil them, or just overcook them, they taste like shit. And on top of that, they lose a lot of their nutritional value through the water. But once you learn different techniques to cook vegetables, and you make sure to season correctly, they can taste absolutely delicious. Just bake them. A little olive oil and salt and bam. Yum. Also overcooked, under-seasoned dry chicken breast. Glass on the beach. cut my feet into pieces. This was my last band-aid. Cause infection. It's bleeding. Gonna lose a toe cause of on-beach drinking. Mosquitoes. Pure evil concentrated into a tiny highly maneuverable package. For some reason mosquitoes pretty much leave me alone. I might get one bite a year but probably not. Lucky you. They torment me especially at night. Can't wait for summer to end and take with him those devils. Celebrity worship. I don't hate it, I just don't understand it. I've got a few favorite celebrities myself, only because I appreciate the talent they have. But they are people just like us. So I don't see why people absolutely have to know what they're doing 24/7. Like celebrity reporters whose lives revolve around knowing what the celebrity is doing or wearing. Who gives a shit? People who whine about something which is in their power to change and don't. It's even worse when they keep complaining about it to you, but won't listen to any kind of advice. My therapist calls these help avoidant complainers. Nothing you do or say will help them. They enjoy the attention they get from complaining. Parents who neglect, abuse, harm, or just don't love their children. Yep. Parents are a kid's first line of defense, but it's sad how common it is for parents to just treat their kids like something that's only made to give respect and favors, but not to receive them. No wonder most kids with shit childhoods end up being self-destructive or destructive toward others. Rude customers who want the rules bent for them or not to pay full price, because that's not how the other Starbucks charges them. I work at Starbucks, if that's not obvious. I'm just trying to do my job, dude. I don't even make a livable wage. Stop getting mad, because there's a $0.70 upcharge to make your drink with coconut milk. They don't care if we get in trouble or fired as long as they save that $0.70. Go to a cheaper coffee place or just invest in a lad machine and make it your damn self. The "it's just a joke" defense when someone is an asshole. The parents to one of my students. Ducking Kevin. Kevin is usually the harmed person in context. Can relate. I'm Kevin. And his mom Karen. Airline baggage policy. The first checked bag should be free for everyone. The current policy has led to a maximum influx of everyone bringing a carry-on and severely slowing down boarding/deadboarding. Some of the carry-on is full-size luggage even. Airlines rarely enforce the size policy. Carry-on is the way to go if you're traveling over the weekend. Waiting for the checked luggage to arrive at the bands can add 20% total flying time for short flights. I'd rather see the carry-on rules enforced. How ducking hard can it be to only take one piece and not one that'll take 3 spaces worth of compartment? Don't let those people on board turn them away at the gate and force them to check an additional 2 big bags FFS. Autoplay. Autoplay Netflix previews. Autoplay next podcast on Spotify. Autoplay YouTube videos. I was reading the comments. Maybe I was trying to read the logline. Netflix. Maybe I wanted to actually choose which podcast to listen to next. And even if you turn it off, it seems like it always finds a way to turn itself back on. So let's add a new feature to make everything autoplayed. Thanks, I hate it. People that eat with their mouths open by choice. I have a friend like this. I leave the room when she's eating, or find a reason to be as far from her as possible. Last weekend on a car trip she loudly complained about people who chew loudly and chew with their mouth open. She went on and on about how it was so gross and the worst sound ever. It took all my willpower to stop myself from saying, "Bitch, that's you." People who pass 18-wheelers at 0.1 miles per hour faster than the truck, back up traffic, then floor it when they are clear. Left lane. Campers. especially the ones that drive slower than the speed of traffic. For me it's people who are going super slow, but who match my speed once I get in the left lane to pass them, so we're neck and neck.